when you were first learning the game, I guess before playing the game, what was the easiest thing for you to adjust to learning, and what was the hardest thing in terms of just the general flow of the game, the terminology, the just the verbiage? Because these are the kind of things I think when I was getting into it, understanding what was happening in terms of the rules and scoring and all that, that wasn't so much the hardest thing for me. It was more things like the positions, not so much the positions on the
Yeah.
field, or how people were fielding or that. It was quite simply the terminology and the verbiage in terms of the vast array of positional names and scorecard things and those kind of things, more than the actual understanding how a run is scored and the bat and ball concept.
Yeah.
So for you, I'm
Right.
curious, what was easy, what came easy to you, what came quickly, and what for you was you needed a bit more help, and as somebody, a pal at your side, to kind of help you process some of these things.
The terminology, the terms that are used are so unique to cricket that that was absolutely the hardest part, was figuring out what the heck people were trying to tell me to do. I would bowl, people would say pitch it up. I had no idea what that meant. In fact, in the first advertisement that I said I replied to, where they were like looking for cricket players to join, and I said, "Hey, I'd like to join." They told me to show up with. I said, "Do I need anything? Do I need cleats? What kind of shoes should I have? What do I need to bring with me? Just make sure you have an abdominal guard." And I'm thinking, all right, abdominal guard. I'm thinking, wow, you really must get beat up in like your abdomen, like you must like
What is this,
your belly
boxing?
button. Right, what's happening here? So I'm like looking online and I'm like, where's an abdominal guard? Like, why do I didn't want to show up there and just end up with bruises all over my stomach. So I'm thinking it really must be important. And then I think I reached out for clarification, and finally got around to the fact that they were talking about a protective cup, like I was like, that's not the abdomen at all. But I don't know how you dress,
Well,
but
not just that. Not just that, but you go into a Modell's or a Sports
right.
Authority or Dick's Sporting Goods, whatever survived. I think Modell's and Sports Authority are out of business now, but Dick's,
uh
whatever was the sporting goods store that was still open at the time. And the other thing that cracks me up is, like, not to say that like American men are extremely well endowed compared to other countries, but like you go to a baseball section in the sporting goods store, and the cup covers like a significant surface area. Whereas
oh
you
yeah,
go,
they got the banana shape. Yeah, it
yeah,
goes
you
all
got
the
the
way
banana shape.
down.
It's
Yeah.
curved. It's curved. It's ergonomically designed so that it
Right.
it covers, and it's comfortable. The
Mm,
surface area that it covers. Whereas, like, you go to a cricket store and the ab guard, I'm like, what the hell is this going to cover? How is
right.
this supposed to
Yeah.
protect me? Who the hell
And
would buy one of these things?
what kills me is the balls. If you're gonna get hit there, it's coming from upwards. You know what I mean? If it's gonna hit you in the nuts, it's coming from up. So you need that lower coverage. And so I wore basically what a catcher wears, like the banana cup that
Well,
goes all the
that's
way
what I
down.
wear. I wear a baseball
Yeah,
cup when I go play cricket,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
wear
me
the
too.
slider shorts, the sliding shorts
And I
that you can fit the cup in there, in the sliding
and I
shorts.
wear it the whole game. I
Yeah,
wear
no,
it from
and
the
me too.
time
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
walked. I wear it to practice. I wear it when I'm bowling. I wear it, actually, honestly, I even wear a cup when I'm coaching soccer, kids soccer. And the reason is because they're all, when you're coaching little kids, they're all like, they're all about head high, and
Well,
I
not
just
just
don't want
that, they don't have any control over where they're kicking the ball. It's not like
they don't have control over where they're kicking it. And when you're coaching them and you're running around amongst them, and sometimes I'll want to play, and you will play a game like keep the ball away or whatever. And yeah, so I wear one when I'm coaching. I wear one all the time. I wear it, obviously in hockey. If you don't wear one, you're insane. If you don't wear one in hockey, you're definitely getting hit there. It's going to happen.
well,
It's
yeah. So
like
yeah, so that's another perfect thing. You say baseball, but yeah, playing ice hockey. I played ice hockey and baseball, but I played ice hockey way longer than I played baseball growing up. And yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's second
it's
nature.
insane.
You wear a cup. It's the first thing you put on in ice hockey
It's
and
insane.
baseball too, for a certain extent. And so when I play cricket, go on the field, anywhere on the cricket field, I always have one on. And my cricket teammates look at me like I'm some kind of weirdo from a different planet.
Yeah,
Why are you wearing a cup in the field? Like, what are you,
right.
like, no, like the few times that I've gone onto a field where I've forgotten it, not brought it to ground, I'm scared shitless when I
Me
fail.
too.
And it
Me too.
changes my entire technique. When I've got the cup on,
Huh?
I'm a lot more confident, a lot more
Me
aggressive, a
too.
lot more
Yeah.
eager to attack the ball. When I don't have a cup on, I change my whole body technique in terms of fielding because
Right.
all of a sudden now I've got to use some other part of my body to shield myself, or else I'm
Yeah.
thinking like, Jesus Christ, if I get a terrible bounce, which
That's
quite often
yeah.
and on a field in America, you're getting terrible bounces nonstop 24/7, which again underscores the fact if you're playing on a field in America where the grass is so horribly maintained, why would you not go into the field with a cup on?
Yeah. I played growing up, I played on some terrible baseball fields, and they had pebbles and little rocks and stones and the things all over the place. So you just wore a cup. You never knew what was going to happen. You were going to eat one in the face every once in a while. It was just going to happen. But yeah, mostly, I mean, if not just for protection, it's just for the fact that I check it off my list. You put it on, you don't think about it anymore. Now you're ready to play the field however aggressively you want to. And
I'm glad Nate, that we've had now in close to 90 minutes. We've found a way to dedicate 10 minutes just to talking about the nuances of the ab guard versus the cup and what it means. And
yeah, you like don't wear those the cricket cups are terrible.
so the
They're
mystery, one of the great mysteries in your introduction to cricket, come show up to the nets and make sure you have an ab guard. That was one of the biggest hurdles that you had to
right.
overcome. What is this ab
Day
guard
one.
talking about?
Right. Day one was I mean, I was gonna go there with a cup on anyways. I mean, like I was gonna show up with the cup on. But yeah, and then it was just the other terms. Like I said, some people were like, pitch it up, and I was like, okay. And then so I started bowling it shorter because I thought that meant you want to bounce it up at the player. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking pitch it up means get it up in his ribs or something. So all these terms, having to hear them for the first time, and the fact that wicket means three things at the same time, and like you said, the positions. Oh, I need you. I remember going in the field and they were like, finer, finer, finer. And I'm like, what does finer mean? What are you talking about? Like, oh no, square, square, more square, more square. And so then you realize, wait a second, finer means closer to the stumps, and more square means more towards 90 degrees. Or if it's a clock, finer means closer to 6 and 12, and square means closer to 3 and 9. Yeah, so that was interesting.